Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Arrow Season 2, Episode 6, called Keep Your Enemies Closer. So let's talk about this episode. This is definitely a Diggle-centric episode. The past two episodes have been Black Canary-centric, and we really haven't seen a Diggle-centric episode ever. I mean, I feel maybe in the past we've seen a couple, but this is very Diggle-centric, and now the whole Arrow team is actually really formed now to make it a very good Diggle-centric episode. So we get to see one of his old friends, and actually his ex-wife, gets kidnapped by Argus, which is, of course, Amanda Waller's group. I'm sure if you read DC Comics, you've heard of the group before. So Diggle, Oliver, and Felicity, they go to Russia. And also Isabella Rasputin, I think that's her last name, Razatov, whatever it is, Summer Glau. They all go to Russia, and of course Summer Glau's character, Isabella, she's going more for Oliver Queen, Queen Industries. And she actually ends up having a one-night stand with Oliver. So are they getting closer? Maybe. Probably not. But we are learning a little bit more about her character. And she tags along, not for the whole Diggle story, but she tags along to saying, well, you're going to Russia. We need to do some stuff for Queen Industries. And of course she doesn't know the whole Diggle story and Arrow story, but she wants to go with them. But yeah, so Diggle actually gets to team up with Deadshot in this episode to try to save his ex-wife. And in the end, Diggle does have the opportunity to kill Deadshot, but ends up not killing Deadshot because Deadshot does help him out towards the end. And also we have the flashback stuff. We get to see a little bit more of Sarah. And Sarah betrayed Oliver in this flashback, and we're seeing Oliver going back to the island, and these people wanting to kill Shadow and Deathstroke. So that's what happens in this episode. I thought it was a little bit more of a filler episode, which I think we kind of needed. We've had a lot of heated episodes since episode 1, and not every show should be continuous with, oh my god, every episode being so intense. I don't think a show should do that. And you can see a lot of my reviews where I think more shows do tend to do filler, and you're like, oh, now we need those intense episodes. But Arrow knows how to balance their intense episodes with their filler episodes, and I think they did a great job here. Was I totally intrigued with this episode as much as I have been with other Season 2 episodes? No, I don't know if Diggle, maybe because Diggle can't hold an episode, in my opinion, as much as maybe Felicity and Oliver and Roy and all those characters, but it's nice to see Diggle hold an episode. I don't think we should have many centric Diggle episodes. I think he's better with the team, honestly, and I think he shines better when he is playing with the team and having more of the spotlight when he's playing on the team. But I like his story, and I love Diggle as a character. Did we really learn much about Diggle in this episode? I'll say a little. Of course, we learned he has an ex-wife, so that was pretty interesting. And what we're really learning more about is Argus and Hive. If you read DC Comics, especially now in the New 52, Hive is a known name. It's where Superboy's been, a lot of the Teen Titans stuff, so a lot of superpowered stuff, honestly. Argus is more or less about superpowers, but really just about government and about superheroes. Hive is more about superpowers. So is this a blinking lights of superpowers coming into the show? Maybe. Honestly, that's really what Hive has been about, especially the teen heroes. So that's going to be very interesting. Maybe we'll see a teen hero in the future of the show. Maybe that's kind of a hint to that. Or they might go a whole different direction just using the name. But I think it's very interesting to see that they both have Argus and Hive, because they're kind of similar groups. But again, Argus is more about superheroes, and not just superpowered superheroes, but superheroes in general. And Hive is definitely more about the superpowered. So I thought that was very interesting that they're mentioning a lot of New 52 stuff, especially for, I guess, newer comic book fans. I'm glad they're referencing some stuff from there, because I don't think Hive was in the pre-New 52. So I think that's pretty interesting. So I really enjoyed some of those references, and a lot of the story is being progressed in this episode. Even though somewhat a filler episode for Diggle, there's still progression here. With Thea and Roy, we get some progression. With Moria, of course, also, because Moria I thought was a little bit of an annoying character in season 1, and she, I didn't really see her have her footing, but really because she was in the shadow of Malcolm Merlin, but really showing that Thea breaks up with Roy to really to help her mother's case, because Roy has been arrested a lot, and Moria's like, no, I want my daughter to be happy. I don't care what happens to me. You stay with Roy. He's done the best for you. And really, that's what I love about that couple, because they bring the best out of both each other. And I really hope, you know, we've had this Diggle-centric episode. Let's have a Roy and Thea-centric episode. That will be very interesting. And I really liked how they kind of, even though they didn't have a big part in this episode, they did shine in that area, I think. And I've really been liking Thea's character more, and I hope her character shines, especially Roy too, because Roy's obviously has a lot of interesting story, but I would love to see their story more combined, especially if we're going into more of the vigilante stuff. Really would love to see their story combined, which hopefully in the next episode, State vs. Queen, we'll see more Thea and Roy, because it's connected to Moria's story. But yeah, I liked Isabella, you know, Summer Glow, shining a little bit more in this episode also. She's a character I felt has been a little two-dimensional, maybe still a little bit two-dimensional, but very happy to see her a little, especially since Summer Glow is a very good, or Summer Glau, I can never know how to actually pronounce her last name, but she's a great actress. You know, she's very good at the action sequences too, so I want to see her put her into action a little, because that's kind of her best work, like Terminator and Firefly, and her combining her dancing skills with her action sequences. So that's something I want to see. So hopefully we get to see that with Isabella, but she's got to get a little bit more of a core of a character, which I think they're trying to do in this episode. Love the Felicity and Oliver stuff. That's how I'm going to close this review. I really love that part, because there's just a hint of Oliver actually caring, because there's always been a hint of Felicity saying, alright, I like Oliver, but I can't really do anything about it. He's my friend, you know, he's out of my league. So it's kind of interesting now that Oliver, you can feel that chemistry coming with Felicity's, but I can't do anything because I don't want to get close and hurt you. Even though she does know that he's the Arrow. So I like that starting in this episode and really planted the seeds here. And we just want Felicity, come on. And then the flashbacks are pretty cool, a little short for me. I want to see more Black Canary, and that's really the only place we're going to see it for a little while. A little disappointed in that, but it makes me excited for the flashbacks, which I haven't been excited for the flashbacks since the beginning of season 1. And actually since Slade has been introduced. So I'm really excited that this is getting a better story and actually look forward to the flashbacks. But tell me in the comments below what you thought about this episode. Of course, I'll review next episode. Really hope you enjoyed this review. Tell me your thoughts. Yeah, this is Comic Uno. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rant Situations. And don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.